Well, hey, it's Pastor Brandon back with some midweek encouragement for you. But before we jump into the scripture, hey, I want to know how you're doing. Whether you're a part of Christ Community Church or not, whether we've ever met in person or not, I would love to just hear how you're holding up during this season, how I can pray for you, how I can care for you. And so if you want to let me know, I would love to hear from you. You can text me straight up at 720-410-5126 or email pastor@christcommunitydenver.org. Or if you leave a message on our Facebook page, however you get in touch with us, I want to hear from you. I want to know how to pray for you, how to care for you during this season. And I do hope that you are encouraged by our scripture today. So today, we're going to look at an old favorite, Psalm 23. Let's take a look here. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I have what I need. He lets me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He renews my life. He leads me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even when I go through the darkest valley, I fear no danger, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Only goodness and faithful love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord as long as I live. I love that psalm, and there's a good reason that that psalm is so precious to so many people. It's just one long affirmation that God is there with you. God is present for you no matter what circumstance, no matter what situation, no matter what you're feeling, no matter how you're doing right now. God is with you. And here's the crazy thing about this. God only wants good for you. Now, that may not be the good that you imagine for yourself. Right? Sometimes we want things for ourselves that aren't actually good for us. Like sheep, we will go astray if our shepherd is not diligent, but we have a good shepherd. Our shepherd Jesus is diligent, and he goes after the one who goes astray. And so even sometimes when we want things that we think are good for us but aren't really, our shepherd says, no, I want you to come back to the sheepfold. And instead, he offers us his presence. God is there with you. God is walking with you through this moment, through this season of life. No matter what is happening for you, no matter what's going down in your world, God is present. I love what David says here. Even when I go through the darkest valley, I fear no danger, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Look at that. God is with you. God's rod and staff are a comfort to us. The rod for beating off the wolves and beating off the enemies of God's people. The staff for pulling us back in. And when God sets a table for us, he sets it right in the middle of our enemies. As though to say, look, this child is mine. Not yours. No one else's. This child belongs to me. You are the sheep of the shepherd's pasture. You are beloved by the shepherd. And last week I talked about how overwhelmed we can feel at times and how even Jesus felt overwhelmed but still trusted in his Father. It's not up to the sheep to be perfect. It's not up to the sheep to feel perfect all the time. It's up to the sheep to know the shepherd. It's up to the sheep to know the voice and the leadership of our shepherd, Jesus. And that's all we're called to. We're called to know our shepherd. And so I want to encourage you today. Your shepherd knows you. Your shepherd loves you. And your shepherd wants to be known by you. That's all he asks of you. And so today I hope that you're encouraged to know your shepherd's voice. Know that your shepherd is there and he loves you. And he wants you.